Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, Gemis? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do so appreciate you. And welcome back if you've been here before. Thanks for coming back. And if you're brand new, welcome here. I hope you'll stay. You know where the subscription button is if you'd like to keep track of me. And I am reading, by the way, not just for Gemini Sun. I'm reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Now, something here could resonate with you today. It is a general reading. And if it does resonate with you, I'd like to hear about it. Maybe through a thumbs up or a comment. Thanks for doing that. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about how to find the extendeds, how to book a private read if you're interested in that. Let's find out what's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus and Jupiter, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. Tell me about Gemini. 9-card draw, Gemini. We've got the Chariot. Something may be speeding up here. Oh, I love it. The Wheel of Fortune here. Something here is about to speed up. There is change coming at you here. Now, maybe you're not the biggest fan of change, like not a lot of people are. But there's something... Oh, yeah, Charlie just said something is going to be refreshed. It feels refreshing, I'm going to say. It is some sort of victory that I think that you thought it was way in the future. Maybe whatever it was, maybe it's a purchase of a house or whatever it is. It feels like you thought, oh, that's not going to happen for 2 years. I feel like it's happening sooner than you think. Oh boy, yes, it's very near. So the Tower is here. That's something not expected. Something not expected. Something here is about to push forward really quickly into the future, and it's all because you have some sort of discipline, Gemini. It could be a discipline of emotions, but I think that your discipline is waiting, honestly, is being patient enough to gain some sort of discipline, waiting for your world to expand, waiting for destiny to show up and say, hey, it's time. So we have the Tower here, and it feels like there is something you're not expecting that is about to change or shift. Tell me more about this for Gemini. We've got the Seven of Cups. Yes, it almost feels like, nah, that thing's not coming right now, is it? That's what it feels like. I do feel like there had to be a discipline of emotions, is what it feels like. The Seven of Cups tells me it's illusion. It's the illusion. It's like, man, it's not going to happen just yet. It's overwhelmingly emotional, but I want it right now. But it feels like because you have, I'm going to say culled that, pulled it back, because you have stopped feeling this overwhelm, I think that's why it's coming at you. I feel like the universe wanted you to not need it in order to give it to you. We've got the Moon energy at the center of the reading. I love this. Look at this energy here. You're going to be surprised by something that you're not expecting, because things are not as they seem. What is this? Tell me more about this. We've got the Devil energy here. Because I feel like fear is a liar. It's one of my favorite phrases. Fear is a liar, and it feels like this Death card here is giving fear or doubt or nah, that's never going to happen for me. It is going to happen for you. Let's keep moving here. We've got the Three of Swords. I feel like you had already convinced yourself that it was never going to be yours. But I think that's the whole trick of manifestation. You ask for it once, you don't say, hey, mom, mama, mommy. You stop. Like you just say, I'm going to live as though this thing is already mine. And then you just go about your life. And you, at some point, start forgetting that you asked for this thing. We've got the Page of Cups. It's going to shock you, friend. It's going to surprise you. One more card. And it's a good thing. Page of Cups is always good news, friend. Look at this. The Lovers is here. There's some sort of choice that you made back there to get something in alignment, get something disciplined. You disciplined your awareness, your emotions, the illusion. You've disciplined something. It's like something's become clear and you are now I feel like you're no longer in this water energy. I feel like you were in this illusionary water energy. Like maybe you wanted to be, maybe you wanted to be the best piano player in the world, but you'd never taken a lesson. That's what it makes me feel. This energy makes me feel like, oh gosh, but to start at the beginning, maybe I'm too old, or making all these excuses as to why this Seven of Cups here is so hard to get through, because that's the illusion or the muddy water or the overwhelm. I feel like you disciplined maybe how you're going to get it. You thought about it. The Wheel of Fortune is here saying it's yours anyway. You just had to get off the couch and stop being a potato. So maybe it's good health we're talking about. There is the Page of Cups and the Lovers here. The Lovers can be a choice. I feel like you made some sort of a choice to get disciplined in your emotions. And I feel like you convinced yourself, okay, it's not going to happen. I'm feeling a little frustrated, a little heartbroken, or maybe disappointed that I don't have it just yet. But I feel like you turned your back on it. And when you did turn your back on it, I feel like you were no longer scared of the dark, or scared that you weren't going to get it, or scared of the illusion. And I feel like making that choice is what brings in the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to put down 2 cards, see what's going on underneath the surface here for Gemini. Oh, we got the 2 of Cups. What's going on here? What is going on here, Gemini? And the Ace of Cups. Look, this really does feel like you're getting some sort of an emotional reading here. There is something here that is good, of good rapport. It could be a person. I'm just saying, I'm not taking that out of the equation. We do have the Lovers and the 2 of Cups here. This feels like a destined connection that turns to love. It does feel like there is a reunion coming up here. And when I say reunion, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you know this person from back there. It could mean reunion, like maybe from a last life. This person comes forward and says, why do I feel like I've known you somewhere before? Like it feels like there's something here, maybe in a social situation. The 3 of Cups can be excitement or celebration, or you go to a dinner or somewhere social, and something shifts here. It's surprisingly delightful. Let's talk about this Wheel of Fortune here, because this is destiny that's showing up for you. Something is changing. You have made change by becoming disciplined with your emotions, which means maybe you just uninstalled the apps, the dating apps. Maybe you just decided, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to wait. I'm just not going to do that right now. I'm just going to wait. Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune is here. We've got the 4 of Swords. Yes, I feel like you got clarity of the mind. You decided that before I get into another relationship, I need to heal. I need to discipline my emotions so I don't fall for the same thing that I fell for back there. Because listen, when you jump from relationship to relationship, you're just never going to heal enough to know what you want. You're just going to keep repeating patterns. We've got the Magician in the reverse. I don't want to be manipulated again. And so I'm going to heal and become clear about what I want so I can make decisions as they show up. As the candidates show up, I can make decisions. The King of Swords is somebody who's just not going to be, who's going to do things unapologetically. Look, this is just the way it is. I don't think we're compatible. I don't think this is going to work for me. It feels like the Magician here being in the reverse tells me that at the time you didn't really have those skills. You didn't really have the resources to do it. And I'm not saying that you were in a desperate situation, but maybe you just didn't have the ability to create boundaries. The King of Swords is creating boundaries. Now I think that what you're doing here is you are changing your mind. You're moving really slowly, but changing your mind. We have 4 swords and 1 here, which is 5, which tells me that you are no longer entertaining people that you have fundamental differences with. Nope, not doing that. At the first sign of, well, you don't align with my moral values, you don't align with the way I want to live my life, then no thank you. You make the short list. Or you don't make the short list, I should say. Tell me why the 7 of Cups is here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the 7 of Wands. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like the 7 of Cups is overwhelm. It could be a bit of illusion or not being able to make a decision about what you wanted. but then the Knight of Pentacles shows up and clears that all up. You start moving slower and reassessing the situation. You start watching from a distance, observing, collecting data. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is doing. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, not only because it's in the 3D, but because it's an intellectual, slow moving energy. I'm collecting all the data as I go so I can make the right decision when it's time to make the right decision. That's when I can stand up for myself, or that's where I know how to build the boundaries, right? The Seven of Wands is here. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. I'm not giving my offers to just anybody. My offers are going to remain behind the boundaries that I've created for myself. So I feel like you do want to give somebody an offer, and I feel like you have a lot of options or opportunities here. That's the thing. But I feel like what you're doing now is you're fielding them, like you're sorting through them and saying, no, this one is not financially well off. This one is not somebody who is, I have a certain moral value and that person doesn't match my moral value. I feel like you are, that you have decided that you are taking that sword of truth and you're just being honest with people and you're cutting them out as you go. That's what it feels like here. Let's talk about this devil energy here, because I feel like what is shifting here is that there maybe was some fear, some doubt. Feels like the fear of maybe finding someone who's codependent. I feel like that there is something here that is changing quicker than you think it will. Let's talk about the devil. Tell me about this. Got the Death card. You're pulling all the really big arcana, major arcanas. What's going on? We got the Death card. Look, when I get this many major arcanas here in one reading, it's because something big is about to shift or change for you in your life. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 6 major arcanas. Got the Death card here. Got the 10 of Wands. I kind of like that energy. And we have the 5 of Wands. So I feel like that you are in this position of getting rid of or closing the door on or ending your doubt and your fear. That's part of, I feel, what moves you forward into the future here. The 10 of Wands is here. There's some sort of burden that you've been carrying around. And the burden I think you've been carrying around is I'm going to meet somebody that's codependent again, or I'm going to meet somebody. I just have a fear that I'm going to get back into a relationship where all we're going to do is argue and fight over the moral values. I think that you are battling, dropping some sort of burden that you've been carrying around. But I think that the universe demands it. The Death card is here saying, no, drop it. Like, you can drop your worries about the devil being around, about the attachment, about the codependency or the fear or the doubt. You can drop all that. It's time for you to unburden yourself and stop fighting yourself. I feel like somebody here really does want a relationship, or there's a relationship coming, but it feels like the universe is kind of preparing you for that, saying, no, you've got to stop worrying about this. As long as you have good boundaries, 7 of Wands, and you're the King of Swords and you're fielding people and being really honest with them as to what you're looking for in a mate, then I don't think you really have to worry about it. I feel like all of this stuff feels like growth to me. You've gone through some sort of really big growth where you turned yourself off and said, you know what? I'm tired of getting my heart broken. I don't think I'm doing this anymore. And it's at that moment when you turn your back that everything changes and everything shifts. And it's going to happen quickly and without notice. Tell me why the Page of Cups is here. This is the good news, something that's showing up here that's surprising here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Sun. Wow. Queen of Pentacles could be someone who's feminine or masculine. Take it as it resonates for you. The queens are always feminine leaning, but there's also masculine energy in here. All of us, people, plants, animals, we all have feminine and masculine energy. Look at that. Yep, we've got the sun shining on the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this feels like a new job, an upgrade. You've got money coming. It feels like something that gives you stability, or you stabilize yourself. What's being revealed to you is that you never were in the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you thought you were less attractive than you were, that you had nothing to offer, or something like that. I feel like the sun shows up to reveal to you that you're in the Queen of Pentacles energy. You're stable. You're good. You're attractive. you're very, people see your worth. Like, I feel like you just didn't feel like you had that. But I think it was because you always had this Queen of Pentacles energy, Gemini. You just didn't have the boundaries. And so, of course, somebody who sees another person, sees their worth, sees their wealth, sees their good health, they're looking good, taking care of themselves, anybody's going to run at that. But you have to have the discernment to put up the boundaries and cut out what you don't want, what's not going to match for you. So I feel like what's going to be revealed to you is that what comes to be the surprise is that you always were the Queen of Pentacles. I think that you thought that you didn't have worth or that people weren't really looking at you, but I think it's because you didn't notice it. It's not that it wasn't there. It's now that the sun is here and it reveals to you that you always were the Queen of Pentacles. You always had value, but I think that you maybe thought of yourself in the Five of Pentacles, like, I don't have enough money, I don't live in a nice enough place, I'm not good enough looking, I'm not, my health isn't where I want it to be at. I don't think that that's at all what was going on here. I feel like there is somebody in the distance here, and we're going to talk about this person. There is somebody here. When I see the Lovers and the Two of Cups at the same time on the table, for me, that is a destined connection. And look, the Wheel of Fortune is here. I can't even play that. I couldn't even write that book. And you don't see it showing up like it's something that you feel is an illusion, but I'm telling you that something's about to shift without notice. Something is about to quickly shift. You could have a change of heart or a change of mind, because I feel like this Three of Swords here is telling me that you decided to discipline yourself against emotions. And look, my heart keeps getting broken. I'm not down for this. I'm not down for this anymore. But I think that once you see this person, you look at them, and I think all bets are off. I'm just saying. Yeah. So we're going to go into the extended. If you want to come into the extended and we'll talk more about all of this. It's on the bottom of the deck. I was just saying soulmate energy, right? We got the Six of Cups and look, the King. Are you kidding me? The King of Pentacles is soulmate energy for the Queen of Pentacles and is bringing alignment. Nine of Cups. Okay, if you want to come into the extended, I'm kind of talking fast because I'm excited about doing the extended here. If you want to come to the extended, please look at the pinned comment that is above all the comments. Click on read more and you will see that there's two links there. One is for the extendeds. All the extendeds go into the membership area and you will get at least 4 extendeds in a month for one sign. You will get 4 for every sign that you're watching for. If you're interested in having a private read, please know that I'm on track, caught up. And if you're interested in a private reading, please look at the link to Hypsee. I do private reads pre-recorded and live, so whatever you choose. The pre-recorded readings begin at $25 over a 48-hour period is when you get them back, and they go up from there. And if you're interested in speaking live with me over the phone, video, or through chat, we can do that as well. You just need to book an appointment, look at my schedule, book an appointment in advance, and you'll get between 5 and 75% off our next chat. All right, let's go into the extended, find out who this person is, and I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Thanks, Jimmies. Bye-bye.